तो हम 8 बजे निकले. अब I was the coordinator of that trip because I was the one who took permission from their girls' families and all. So I was worried. I said this was time of we were supposed to be back in Bijnor and we've not even started from Dehradun. So it's gonna be midnight. So somehow we telephoned from my friend's auntie's place to my parents that we will be starting soon. And we might be late, in fact, we were not able to get the connection, telephone connection. So we told auntie to call my place and tell them that we might be late. And there were some issues in the telephone exchange, and they were not able to connect. So we had this another fear, that we are not able to connect families, and they don't know, and they must be worried, blah blah blah. Somehow we started. Now in middle of the night, around 1:30, when we were passing from that jungle, Sergeant stopped the car in between and saying, "Listen, I can't drive more. I am sleeping." So imagine we had two girls with us. We were two boys. And middle of the jungle, in middle of the night, no light, nothing. He said, boss, I will sleep for 2 hours. Otherwise, I'll crash. And I don't know how to drive that time. Neither any of the girls knew. So he slept. He slept soundly, and the girls also slept. And I, like an idiot, when I was worried, I said, boss, something happens, people will come, something wrong happens, I'll be screwed, this and that. And then he said 4 o'clock we'll start. So I was just looking at my watch, and there were no mobiles at time. And 4 o'clock he woke up and now let's drive. I said, boss, already night is gone. Fine. And I don't know what treatment I'm going to have, with this girls' parents and and my home as well. Let's see what happens. So I went, and first we dropped girls, So I dropped one, and I dropped second. Then I went to my place thinking that now there will be full bombardment, Then my father opened the door and he didn't say anything. So I said, Papa, we got late. Yeah, I got a call in the night that you'll be coming late. So I said, then I was not even aware that you are aware. Otherwise, I would have been at least good to know, and we communicated to others as well that they'll be late. So, so this is what happened. That, and I do remember that incident. I do remember, and this happened, I can tell you, in 1991 or 92. So it's a 32 years old incident, which is still eased in my brain because I was so worried and my entire trip was screwed royally, And but I think this is how you remember. If everything goes smooth, then it just go like a normal trip and it's over. But if you have things like this, then it remains in a memory.
A core memory.
Yeah. So this is one thing during college which happened.
Oh, and उस time पे तो जैसे there were no technologically advanced. We were not, like, even the world also wasn't technologically advanced at that time. So how have you adapted from that time? Like, no WhatsApp, no phone, and now you are so like full. Like I think you're very much into technology as compared to other like people I've seen.
So this is the journey which I had, and for that matter, anybody of my age had it gradually. Like we have seen era of letters. We have seen eras of TV, which have got a big antenna and only one channel, Doordarshan, and we have seen what do you call it, landline phones, which were retro dialing, and then we saw push button phones, landline. Then we saw cordless phones, landline. Then we saw mobile starting. So it was not all of a sudden that the technology came to us. It was gradually introduced, and we were using it gradually in that manner. And then you were mastering it along with that. So it is something which is given to you for the first time in your life. Then it is difficult for you. But if you are going through the transformation, evolution of the technology, then it's not that different. If you lose connection in between, like if you go on mountains and you come back after 10 years, then you will find it difficult because technology may be changed. drastically things have changed. Technology has gone leaps and bounds.
Hmm.
But if you are day-to-day life, you're seeing the advancement happening, then you just get used to that.
Maybe, yeah. But then sometimes you also need to be more curious also. Like, क्योंकि अभी भी there are still people, let's say India may not here, but a lot of people who just don't want to learn only new stuff. I think you should always also have that curiosity to learn. That's what.
See, learning is one thing, and using it for your day-to-day life is secondary.
Hmm.
Learning is voluntarily. You might want to learn, you don't want to learn. But if you are using technology in your day-to-day life, then sooner or later you'll get into that.
So with time.
Because it gives you ease. I will give you an example for household things. We used to have those. My mother used to have those silbattas and all to grind the spices. Now they have. Then the mixie came. So it was new. It was technology was there. They were not sure whether it's going to do the same job properly or not. But then they start using it because they knew the benefits of that. So when it changes your life, when it changes or it adds some value or ease to your life, then you do it. But if you're going to be given chance for learning sort of things which are not important to your lifestyle changes, then you may not go for that.
Also, and also now a lot of relationships are also dependent on technology. Imagine like people how like they maintain their relationships through technology. Like I don't think कितने ही आप ऐसे friends को count on कर सकते हो जिन पे बिना बात करे भी you will be sure कि this is my like friend and everything.
See, relationships are completely different altogether. Relationship, if you ask me now, the relationship meaning has completely changed in this era and the time we had. Relationship were there when my grandfather was there. Maybe his grandfather was there, and relationship will be there when my grandchildren will happen.
Also, yeah.
It's just that how you see it and how you practice it, it changes. The way of having a relationship change. The relationship itself remains there. Those relationships which were slow and steady and out of technology, I believe they are more grounded and more solid. Because then you have given your time. You have invested yourself in that. It is not easy. Like if you are writing a letter, it is not like a chat GPT has drafted a love letter for you and you send it. Now that's not even happening nowadays. But if somebody has to do that, you will just give a prompt and the letter will be ready. So it is not your emotions, it is mechanical emotions, machine emotions. So how much you will be connected with that, we don't know. But the time, old days, they used to invest. They used to write letter themselves, think, take 1 day, 2 day, post it, see whether it is coming or not. And then you used to be patient with the responses, which might come after 10 days, 20 days. So that grows upon you. So when it grows upon you, and I'm not talking about only male-female relationship. I'm even talking about my friends as well. So my friends, they knew that if I am I'm not able to speak with them for 2 days, they'll come to my home. Or they will come every day. We'll meet every day. Meeting and talking on phone or chatting is completely different. So the bonding which you have when you physically meet, have coffee together, you go to addas, you sit on a chaurayas for crossroads. Then you have a different sort of relationship. Now that relationship is not governed by technology. Even if I call them now, we still have the same bonding. So if I call them twice a year, thrice a year, it doesn't make a difference at all because the foundation of that is very solid.
That's true.
It is not like quick relationship. It's not instant coffee, that you put the powder and you drink it. You will have coffee, but you will not have that taste, aroma, and and the feel which you would have prepared yourself. So relationships are like that. If you want to live it long, you need to nurture it. You have to make the foundation very strong. Nowadays, unfortunately, people don't want that long relationship. So there's a reason they don't get into all these efforts.
Because they have options also. Because everything is option ke online. It's like a market. Ki jao aap Hinge kar lo, Bumble kar lo, swipe kar lo, left, right.
So they are not relationship. They are flings.
They don't value exactly.
They are flings. Flings might get into a relationship later. That is different. earlier it was other way around. Relationship first, and then everything else happens. Here you test and you try.
Try first.
And if you like, you continue. If you don't like, you drop it. So you come to know later that whether it's a relationship or not.
हाँ, पहले तो आप define ही करते रहते
Exactly. So this is a fundamental difference. Like in my age, in me and you, there is around 30 years of difference. So then 30 years, things have changed drastically. Feelings have changed, emotions have changed, how you look at the world has changed, life has changed, you know. So I don't see it as good or bad. I just see it as a changing time and changing requirements and changing way of living. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Because if you keep comparing, you don't know if it's good or bad. तो कह ही नहीं सकते, because some people want to like give like many different tries to different things, and उसके बाद they'll come to like a conclusion. कुछ लोगों को पहले से जैसे वो old, that's why I think they say old school like
So
relationship.
old school thoughts are and relationship are not all old school, you know, because you always have an old version. Like if I look back at my grandfather's time, that time is different, you know. So I will tell them that they were old school. You are going to tell me that I'm an old school guy. You know, maybe my kid's kid is going to tell my son that you are from old school, you know. So this is how it is. So there will always be something present, something future, and something old. And they all are linked.
Yeah, but how does it feel? Sometimes I wonder also that what your generation feels when you see people like us. You have seen a different side altogether.
No, so see, basically, as I said, that things are changing.
Like किसी को shock factor लगता है कि ये क्या है?
नहीं, shock factor इसलिए नहीं लगता क्योंकि मैं जो करता था वो मेरे पेरेंट्स को शॉक लगता होगा क्योंकि उन्होंने नहीं किया. ठीक है, मेरा बच्चा जो कर रहा है या जो तुम कर रहे हो वो मेरे को भी शौक नहीं लगता. तो शौक लगना नहीं लगना आपके ऊपर है, बिकॉज आपको ये सोचना है कि मुझे मेरे पेरेंट्स या मेरे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स ने कैसे परसीव किया होगा. उनको शौक नहीं लगा. You know, they knew that, you know, this is a change. Things have changed now. People have changed. Their thinking, thoughts have changed. Environment has changed. You know, everything has changed. तो जब चेंज है तो वो फिर सब में तो उसमें शौक लगने वाली कोई बात नहीं.
That is also true. And how do you maintain, because you have so many like different types of like friends, like you have your work friends, then you have your personal, जैसे school college आपने बोला, तो how do you maintain कभी ऐसे like how do you maintain these relationships? अब daily तो you can't text or call.
देखो, at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, you cannot have more than 4 to 5 close friends.
हाँ, my closest तो जो
those are the closest one. Those who have tested 30 years and those stayed with me, and I'm blessed that way, you know, that I do have 5-6 people, maybe 7, 8, maybe 10 also, who are still close to me, and I need not to be in touch with them every time. This is the beauty, that even if I call them once in a year, we don't feel like that, you know, or there is no need as such, you know, because when you are connected at a mental level, then you know don't need connecting in a physical manner. Physical manner means is that like writing, calling, or all these things. ठीक है, साल में बर्थडे विश कर दिया, कॉल कर दिया, बस वो कनेक्शन है अभी भी, क्योंकि सबकी अपनी अपनी लाइफ है. जो मेरी उनके साथ जेलिंग थी उनकी मैरिड लाइफ से पहले, उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आने से पहले, वो डिफरेंट थी. अब सबकी लाइफ अलग है, सबकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, प्रायोरिटीज अलग है. उन सब के बाद भी जो हम लोग की फीलिंग्स हैं एक दूसरे के लिए वो सेम है. वो नहीं उम्र आई उस पे, वो अभी भी यंग है.
Wow, that's good. क्योंकि मुझे भी sometimes I feel कि वो one day all my friends will get married और फिर सबके मतलब सबकी अपनी अपनी लाइफ हो जाएगी, फिर अब वो सेम रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा बॉन्ड. दैट्स ऑल्सो
वो सेम नहीं रहेगा. हाँ, क्योंकि सेम इसलिए नहीं रहेगा क्योंकि आप किसी से रोज मिल रहे हो, रोज शाम को कॉफी में बैठ रहे हो, रात भर बात कर रहे हो, चैट कर रहे हो, वो तो नहीं होगा. बट जो हुआ है अब तक वो जाएगा भी नहीं. तो वो आपको ना तो उनसे एक्सपेक्ट करना चाहिए वो, क्योंकि उनकी अपनी लाइफ है भी. बट ये जरूर है कि अगर आप उनके वाकई क्लोज थे तो आपको मालूम चल जाएगा कि भाई वो फीलिंग्स और वो कनेक्शन अभी भी है, भले ही वो मैं उससे हफ्ते में 10 दिन में एक बार मैसेज डाल रही हूँ, 2 बार डाल रही हूँ, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Wow. That's nice. Or having only a close group of.
जानते तो आप 100 लोगों को, 200
हाँ.
लोगों को, 1000 लोगों को, बट आपके जो अपने क्लोज होते हैं वो बहुत ही कम होते हैं.
हाँ.
और वो कम ही होने चाहिए.
हाँ, उसके बाद आई थिंक आपको खुद ही मन भी नहीं करता कि जब आपको पता चल जाता है कि these 4-5 is my inner circle, then you don't even feel the need to make more friends.
नहीं, you don't want to,
want to.
because you, as I said, that if you are satisfied and if you are happy, and rather than 5-6, even if you have in your life one person whom you can call middle of the night, with whom you can discuss your problems, with whom you feel pal all the time, and with whom you can confide in, then you are a lucky person.
Yeah.
Even one. ठीक है, तो वो जो soul connections होते हैं ना, वो बहुत important होते हैं.
Wow, which I think I would like to believe कि which I have in my life, but sometimes I see मेरे से जो younger generation नहीं है, like let's say जो अभी school में है, let's say those people, when I see my colleagues kids, they talk about their kids, right? So they're like, yeah, they have this like ये इनका play date हो गई है, ये वो हो गया, like all these. And I think will these like younger kids ever understand what these friendships are, because everything is so easily replaceable now. और भी जल्दी वो पेस बढ़ती जा रही है ऑफ रिप्लेसमेंट, कि चलो आपके टाइम पे तो और भी लाइक वो वेरी ग्राउंडेड थे सारे रिलेशनशिप्स. अभी हमारे टाइम के आने के बाद भी इन माई एज ऑल्सो आई फील वी हैव ऑप्शंस. although maybe we wouldn't be as open to those options, पर फिर भी हमें लगता है कि चल कोई नहीं है, चला गया तो दूसरा, ऐसा करके. और अब जो और भी आगे जनरेशन आ रही है उनका तो easily switch on off all of these things. So they are also very impulsive in their decisions, कि कुछ भी ले लेंगे decision without thinking, and I think that's a bit something that's missing.
No, I think I don't see it that way actually. I just want to add few things in that. As I said, these changes are constant. They are happening. So it happened with me, it is happening with you, it's going to happen with them, because these are the requirements of the time in which you live. Your entire surroundings is like that. You are just acting the way others are acting around you. You're no different. You are just doing what your other friends are doing. So the entire group or entire people of that era tend to do the similar things. You will have few exceptions here and there, but in general, this is how the demand of the time is, and then you are just flowing with that. So, and that changes. So as I said, the only constant is the change. So that's going to happen. Maybe, and then whatever values or whatever thought process, I will not call it value as well, just your thought process and the way you live and the way you see your life is different than the way they see, or the way I see. Okay? So these changes are going to happen. It will always be changing, constantly evolving, because technology also has is downside, that you get more and more engrossed in yourself. Yes. You get less open with the world. That is happening. I wonder that maybe after 50 years, will they ever know that what is a friendship also?
Exactly.
What is real friendship means? Because they will be very much commercialized, very much machined life, sort of thing. So this is how things gonna happen.
Wow, scary.
It's not as scary. It's not scary, it's just that things are evolving.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see what happens in 2050.
I think I'm not too boring, guys, because I tried to put little masala in that with remembering my old days times and few of the stories, because we, unlike nowadays girls and boys, we don't have that much of
I mean, our stories of our generation mostly now revolve around ki, I got so drunk, I did this, and I was so high, and I did that. Yours are very so
drunk. They were drinking and all were there as well. And so I didn't told you a patch in my life, that patch was when I joined engineering in Pune. So when I was there for around 1 year. So as I said, drinking is there. There are people who drink all the time. Then it's totally up to you, individual, whether you want to do or not. I had decided in my life that I won't drink, I won't smoke, I won't eat non-veg, and I won't go for any paid sex.
Yeah, like these values.
These
you
four
had
things I
very-
had decided, you know, and I stick to that still. So you will always have people. So I have my friends who
Oh,
sit, who
who
drink,
drink.
who do all sort of things, you know.
Mhm.
But then I choose not to be
Not to
like them, you know.
Hmm.
So the choices are always there.
Oh, yeah.
Choices will always be there. Is you who have to decide
Hmm.
what you to choose for yourself.
Yes, I agree. And it's not necessary that to have fun you need to drink. But like this happens so many times when we go out. So like, I send my friends like a snap. I think हम टनाटन गए थे या कहीं पे. So like all of us we went to like a family gathering dinner. It was my birthday, I think. We went to Tanatan. We were dancing and I was sending videos to my friends. They all thought that we all are drunk. And they were like, "Oh, then somebody asked me, कि oh, Fufa's dancing so well. How drunk?" And I'm like, "No, he's not drunk." So they always assume कि अगर fun हो रहा है तो drinking is involved, which I think is a big this thing.
उन्होंने लिंक
myth.
कर दिया ना
हाँ,
एक्चुअली उन्होंने
हाँ.
लिंक कर दिया कि आप जो है खुश हो ही नहीं
हो ही
सकते
नहीं,
अगर
हाँ.
आप पियोगे नहीं
हाँ.
हाई नहीं होगे
हम्म.
ड्रग्स नहीं लोगे
लोगे, हाँ.
तो पहली बात तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आता कि आप how you will feel happy if you are not in your senses.
Exactly. That's
If you are out of your senses, then you don't know what is happening. We feel we feel more amused when we see people high. We enjoy more because we see them, you know. So I don't know how much they enjoy. They feel that they are
They're
euphoric and they are on the cloud nine and all. But actually, if you are not in your senses, how do you know your surroundings and how your group is mingling and surrounding and happy, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't believe in that to be happy, you know, you to
Need
get
to be,
into all these things.
True.
I don't believe in
I've tried both things. Like I've had my sober parties also with my friends. It's not like we drink all the time. So I've had both sides, sober and drunk and high. But I will always prefer sober because I think that's when you also enjoy more and you feel more like in your senses, as you said, and more alive. So yeah, that's why people pता नहीं क्यों ये misconception होता
So
है.
वही मैं बोला कि that I decided my life very early that drugs and drink I won't do.
हाँ.
Never ever I won't even touch, you know. And then people who are in my group, like a very old friend GenZ, who's from Bombay, you know, he first time when he met me, he said, "You don't even drink beer. Beer is not." I said, "No.
Yeah.
You drink, you do whatever you want to do. I will not." So GenZ is very close friend of mine, though I speak once in a year with him. But you've seen him.
Yeah.
Even if I met him after years,
They're very welcoming.
though you will not feel that way. So first time I met GenZ was like 1989, 88, 89 I met him.
Wow.
Many years now. How many? 36 years.
30
Yeah. So and I still feel him so close. He still feels so close to me, you know. And now the bonus is that your families are also close. Earlier it was only me and him. Now there are two families which have connected. You know. So if you have a strong relationship, the circle increases.
Yeah. That's true. Like I plan with my friends sometimes. Like me and Amrita, we are planning ki we'll both get our kids married one day. I don't know if that will happen ever.
It's too far thinking, you know.
कि मेरा बेटा तेरी बेटी शादी करा देंगे या फिर भाई बहन.
So जो मेरी फीमेल फ्रेंड्स भी हैं, उनके भी हम उनके घर जाते हैं, उनके हस्बैंड भी जानते हैं अच्छी तरीके से. तो वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर आपकी रिलेशनशिप अच्छी है, स्ट्रांग है, हेल्दी है, तो फिर फैमिलीज अटैच होती है ना, समझे? ये बात है. और फिर आप एज अ मतलब आपके थॉट प्रोसेस पहले वाले रहते हैं. सिर्फ ये होता है कि आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज अलग अलग हो जाती हैं, बढ़ जाती हैं. ठीक है. अब मे बी मैं जयंत को बोलता हूँ फॉर एग्जांपल कि मिलना है, वो नहीं मिल सकता. ठीक है, क्योंकि उसकी अपनी अपनी कंडीशंस हैं. तो ये कुछ कंपल्शंस आ जाते हैं आपकी लाइफ में जब आप ग्रो करते हैं, बड़े होते हैं. तो रिश्ते नहीं चेंज होते. रिश्ते तो अगर स्ट्रांग है तो वही रहते हैं.
Ending note पे, is there any, I have a question and then we can just wrap up this. So is there anything you want to change in the current generation? Anything which you think anything you'd like to change or?
No, I don't want to change anything in anyone for that matter, you know. Because what I believe is that the change should come from within. So if the generation would like to change themselves, or if they feel that they are not doing something correct, then the change should be within. Nobody external should tell them that this you need to be changed in you. Because when I say I want to change you, I am making you like me, which is which should not be, which is not correct actually. It should not be the case.
Yeah.
You are you, I am me. You know what my thought process is 30 years older than yours. So I don't want to change anything in you, but I want you to introspect yourself and see what is good for me, what is going to help me, and whether should I change or not.
Okay.
This is it.
And any other advice, anything on a closing note for
all the youngsters? Start saving money. Start saving even a small portion every month.
Yeah.
You have to go a long way, and trust me, money is not everything, but money is
a lot
to make you happy.
Yeah.
Right. So the best thing is to start investing little every month. Maybe in your 50s you will thank me.
Yeah. Yes. For sure. I've started.
Yeah.
So
Great.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I hope I was not very boring.
No, for sure. I think it was a very interesting episode. पहला ही episode है जिसमें I've spoken less and the guest
Because
has
you are with
told
me.
a lot
No,
of,
that's the reason. You know
guest,
chance.
and the guest has more stories.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I am happy not to talk.
Thank you so much. We'll meet again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on the episode and stay tuned to OK Rolling. See you. Bye. Let's go. Wow.